Good morning. Welcome to the Fun Side of Business podcast. I am one of your hosts, Nick Hampton.
And I'm your other host, Gemma Addison.
Good morning, Gem.
Morning, Nick. How are you?
Amazing.
So,
I'm having a smashing time.
who have we got today?
So today we have got absolutely bizarre guests for our podcast. So these are not business owners. They're currently like up and coming business people, but not really.
Right.
Without further ado, I'm going to introduce Harrison Turner and Tom Mumford.
Woo!
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello. Thanks for having us.
Welcome.
So these guys are, I'm going to introduce them to you, Gem, because I know these guys
You know them better than
from
I
their
do.
socials.
Yeah.
So Harrison and Tom have a podcast called In the Business.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they'll mind me saying that they kind of went, right, shoestring budget, Zoom, set up just some podcast cameras or like probably Logitech 920s or something to kind of go, just get us started, and went off and just got going with this.
Yeah.
And they hit
Love that.
35 episodes, I think 40 episodes.
Around that.
We've-
Yeah.
But now,
Well, overall.
Oh, how many have you done now?
We're
We've
on
done
50
yeah,
plus.
plus.
Yeah.
Wow.
You've got your little badge for it.
Obviously, they're smashing it now.
Probably around the 30 mark that we've really switched things
Yeah,
up.
agree.
Okay. Now, this is the thing. These guys are 21 and 20?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, obviously, my research has got all this information for us.
Your research is.
You mean like I ask them before they come on? Yeah,
We've
that
got a
one.
whole team behind us. This is why we're so professional.
But have literally appeared from, I think, no media training, Harrison
Correct. Yeah.
and Tom.
No media training. No.
Okay.
None at all.
And yet they've just gone out as a 21 and 20-year-old to just go, let's just go out and do it.
Yeah.
Now, Harrison has been mainly more in front of the camera than Tom.
Yeah.
And he has been speaking to Johnny Wilkinson. He has been
Wow.
involved in a viral movement with a whole load of guys from Flat White,
Yeah.
which I'm sure we'll talk about. And for a 21-year-old, for just to appear from nothing, or 20-year-old, whichever way around I'll get you, is pretty insane.
That's amazing.
Right? I mean, we've had, so a couple of episodes ago, we had a guy called Halstead Otley that came on,
Mm-hmm.
and we were talking about like the younger generation, how there's like, oh, well, life's not fair. This is not fair. Boomers did this, so-and-so did that. And everything's like excuse. And he said, yeah, well, you know, it was the same thing. I mean, he's now nearly in his 60s, late 50s, early 60s. And he said, you know, well, what do you think it was like for us? And I said, well, yeah, but house prices are really cheap. He said, yeah, you're right. It was 20 grand, the first house I ever bought. He's now got a property portfolio. And I said, right. And he said, so I had to find 2 grand. And I went, yeah, but anyone can find 2 grand. He said, my wages for assistant manager at Co-op were £17 a week. And you look at it and go, hang on, this is like
No
4
different,
years wages with no overhead. So if everyone went, yeah, look, I'm on 20 grand a year, and went, yeah, 4 years wages, you got 80 grand. There's your deposit. Like, and a chunky deposit. And he just had that determination to say, do you know what? If I want something, I'll just go out and do it and get it.
He generally can't understand why people don't do anything because he's grafted his whole life. He
Yeah.
was like, I don't understand why people just don't go out and do it. Just try it.
Yeah.
And then you guys come along and have just gone, yeah, do you know what? And I might be wrong. I might not be seeing the generation of like all the people out there actually trying, but I think they're all sitting there going, well, I'll play games and go on Twitch and wait to be the next Mr. Beast, and I want 7 trillion to sit here and play Rocket League.
We were actually talking about this on the way up, weren't we? There's kind of a split. Like we've been doing street interviews, going up to random young people, and some of them have got the most amazing ideas, and they're very determined to make it happen. At the other half, they're very sort of anti-business, don't want to do anything, don't like profit, don't.
Yeah.
There's an interesting split.
Yeah.
But
what
you
we
guys
see.
are just forefront. So what's your drive?
Well, we want to inspire young people into entrepreneurship.
Yeah, but again, like, so I understand like the concept of this is what we want to do, but what makes you get up every day? Because no one's paying you to do this right now, right? Yeah.
No.
I mean,
No,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they're
not yet.
millionaires.
I saw your one with water or whatever, and it's like, yeah, I'll just go around as a brand ambassador that I haven't been appointed to yet. I
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah, Dash. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Dash, just in case you're listening.
Yeah,
Hashtag
just in
Dash.
case you're listening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, do you know what I'm going to like, but yeah, just where is this passion and this drive and this motivation come from?
It's just there. It's just.
Who had the? Let me take it back because I don't know them as well as you do.
Yeah.
How did you guys even meet? How did this come about?
So,
Take us back to there.
Go on, Tom.
okay, we were friends at primary school.
Okay.
Like best friends.
Right.
And then for year 7, we went separate ways, different secondary schools, and
Yeah.
hardly spoke, I think, for like
Yeah,
7
didn't speak at all.
years. Only around 7
Aw.
years.
Yeah. About so.
And then funnily enough, I was looking to set up a badminton sort of academy in Suffolk.
Yeah.
So I was going to do a badminton course in St Albans. And then we happened to meet up.
Oh,
And
okay.
we had a wag of mummers and found we were
Nice.
both into entrepreneurship. And
And
we
then-
decided to do this.
And it
I never
started
did the
Oh.
badminton
in the wag of
academy.
You never done that. I was going to ask that. The badminton never happened.
Never happened.
Right,
So that was a
okay.
bad idea.
Okay.
But that's
Do you have any resentment towards Harrison for steering you away from badminton?
none at all. I think it's good. I think it was a good decision. Much happier with what we're doing.
Good.
So, what's the ultimate goal? Where do you want to get to?
The main mission statement is we want to inspire 1 million young people into entrepreneurship by taking founders back to step one. So we felt online there's a lot of noise, a lot of you've got to make X amount by 18 years old, you've got to do this, that. And for young people, they look at that and they think, how do I even get up there? And that's quite disheartening for a lot of people. They see that and it puts them off. Like, I don't know the step one. I don't know what the
How do we
first action
start?
I can
Yeah.
take. So by us taking founders back to that step one, we can show them, okay, this guy built this company that he sold for 500 million, but the first thing that he did was this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that first thing generally isn't anything crazy. It's something that's quite actionable for anyone to do. And by doing that, the young person can actually take that on board themselves and start themselves.
But I think it's really important to listen to people like Gary Vaynerchuk. I'm guessing you listen to Gary V.
Yeah.
So Harrison's looking at me like,
You know
yeah,
Gary
obviously.
Vee
I think,
is.
yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so Gary V, he's probably in his 50s now.
Yeah.
But he has this thing of going, do you know what? Young people at 18, at 21, they feel like they have to be at this level. They have to have achieved this stuff already.
Yeah.
And he said, so what? He said, at 35, I was delivering wine for my parents' business.
No, definitely.
Literally, it was not until I was 38 where I had my spark, or 41. And on our podcast, we found that we've got God knows how many people that at 18 were bumming around, kicked out of school, expelled, or didn't have this or didn't have that. And it wasn't until they're 25, they're 30, they're 35 that suddenly that thing happened for
Yeah.
them that then got them to where they
God,
are.
we've had people on here that are really successful in the fields they're in. But the route it took to get there.
It's a long game.
Yeah,
It's-
exactly.
I quickly learned that. I went in, when we started this, I think I was constantly complaining to Harrison, being like, why are we not seeing anything? We've done one podcast. Where are the listeners?
That was
Why are
me.
they not-
Where
why
are
they not plugging it
10,000
in?
fans?
That was
I just
so
learned,
me.
I actually really enjoy this. I'm going to do it for 6 years, 10 years,
Yeah.
whatever it takes. And it's been a good mindset shift to sort of, it's almost delayed gratification.
Honestly,
really.
I went to Vegas last year to see my family and all my cousins were listening. I was like, Nick, we've gone worldwide. We've smashed it. We've
international
done it. Yeah.
Then we went on to our stats and went, America 4. And it's like,
California.
oh, okay, yeah, it's your family. Yeah.
The Spotify raps.
Yeah.
See all your listeners. I mean, back to what drives us. I think we've just been doing things. I've been doing things. I didn't really realize I was doing things, but like, as soon as I left school, I was going up to pubs saying, look, can I play a gig here? So I'm learning all these skills, just going up to people. And
Yeah.
it's just, well, Harrison's right. It's just there. You've been starting things since you were.
I started my first
15.
company when I was 15 years old in 7 months.
You're not fearful of anything, are you? You just
No.
think, okay,
And I
what
just-
have we got
you
to
just
lose?
enjoy it.
That's
Yeah.
the point. There
Yeah.
is nothing to lose.
Yeah.
There's a guy called Tom from the Flat White or F Off.
Yeah.
And he said something that actually really resonated. And it was he said, if nothing happens with it, it will just disappear on the internet forever.
Mhm.
And it's so true. Like, just try it, because if it doesn't turn into anything, it will just disappear.
It's going to
Yeah.
go.
And then try
Yeah.
something else. Something will work eventually.
Yeah, but this is the thing. MySpace was a big thing, and then it's nothing again. But at
They-
least someone's gone out and just gone,
They
Yeah,
probably
just go and
can't
do it.
remember that.
I don't,
Yeah,
know, I don't know what my
I
space
I love
is,
that.
to be honest.
Okay, hang on a second. Do you remember like 500 years ago Facebook happened? Like it was before that.
I hadn't heard of Facebook.
But that's the thing. You can just start something, and if it doesn't work, it will disappear. No one will remember.
Yeah.
And if it does work, great.
But that's the part that you guys have done on the podcast, and it's similar to what we've aimed to do. So we went, right, okay, so what are we going to do on episode 1? And I went, here's the plan. Let's aim to be shit.
Yeah.
Because what we've got to do is we might be good at episode 21. We might be good at episode 121. But the only way to get to episode 21 is to do the 20 shit ones beforehand. So let's just hit record, get them
Yeah.
going, and keep trying to get better.
Well, it's embarrassing, isn't it, to put something out that is terrible, because everyone's terrible at the start.
Yeah.
It is a bit scary. You got your friends and like, doing a podcast? Oh, that's what are you doing that?
Yeah.
They go
And
listen and they go, it's a bit shit.
And it's weird
But they don't
because-
want to- yeah.
But that's
we
fine.
even thought when we started, they were sounding all right. We were getting great feedback. But listening back now,
Yeah.
we can see the difference in.
It's our questions they weren't as interesting, our editing skills, but you develop, don't you?
Yeah.
It's the only way to get here.
talking about editing skills. So I edit all the episodes at the moment. And I decided on the very first episode, it was a good idea to remove every single pause and every single and
So into like 4 minutes.
If you go back to the episode, listen, it's just constant boom, boom, boom,
There's
boom.
talking. Yeah. There's no gap.
There's no gaps at all. It's like you get suffocated by listening to it.
Our poor first guest. But
Yeah.
Although I think that's quite. I mean, I heard something that Stephen Merchant. Hang on a second. Do we know who Stephen Merchant is?
No, I don't.
Okay, so do
I
you know The
don't.
Office? Ricky Gervais.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, the two guys who formed The Office,
Okay,
Stephen
okay,
Merchant,
yeah.
and Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
So Stephen Merchant was talking about it and said when they recorded The Office, they said they thought they had something really good and they were really proud of it, and then it went to edit, and then they watched the first episode and went, "This is an absolute piece of shit. This is like the worst thing anyone's ever made ever." But we don't understand because we were quite proud of it while we were recording it. And they went back and said, it's because we've edited it like a sitcom and taken out lots of pauses and taken out loads of stuff. But if you edit it like a documentary and leave the pauses in there, it makes it feel more awkward and more cringy, which is obviously then where The Office
point.
was
Yeah.
the whole
That was
point of
their whole
doing
selling
it.
point.
Yeah.
And just in edit, they'd turn something that was genius into trash back to genius again by the smart edit.
yeah, we leave all the pauses in now.
Yeah.
It shows that the guests are thinking.
Yeah, we do the same. We don't edit any of ours. Well, we had to do one time.
Yes.
didn't we?
Yeah.
But because it flows more natural, doesn't it? It's
does.
more authentic.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Anyway, so let's start with some basics.
Yeah.
So number one, how many podcasts have you been on?
One.
How
This
many
is our first
times have you
podcast we've
turned
been on.
up in a podcast studio and smashed a glass on the floor, spilling water everywhere?
Tom.
That's not
Tom. By the way,
Welcome.
content will be available on Harrison's socials
Yeah.
because he recorded the whole thing.
First moment, my pure embarrassment being documented.
Okay.
All over LinkedIn.
Oh, so I
This
didn't
is
realize this is the first one you've
This is
actually
the first one
been.
we've
Physically been
Yeah.
at, yeah.
Oh.
So thanks for having us.
Honoured.
Yeah, thank
Appreciate
you.
So when they blow up in a year's time, 2 years' time,
Yes.
remember us.
We will.
Yes.
We will.
we
Yeah,
will.
100%.
That's the thing. When they
That's
when
all I
they
want to
have
say is remember us.
when they have the Stephen Bartlett type podcast, hang on, I don't have to check this one, right? You know Stephen Bartlett,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So when they have the Stephen Bartlett podcast, and they go, honestly, look at all the Hollywood guests they've got, and we can go, Harrison, just remember.
Yeah, what about us? Can we come on?
And he goes, nah. We'll just turn up and get a glass and throw it on the floor or something. And go,
I
yeah,
was gonna say, I hope they'll be less clumsy.
we remember
The
that.
next phase.
So what's the plan that you guys are now working on? Because obviously I know you've kind of done the podcast a bit, and I don't know whether or not you're going to go back and revisit it. I know you're looking at maybe reaching out to businesses doing podcasts and helping them get started.
Yeah.
You're also off to fitness shows. You're also brand ambassadors for Dash nearly. Dash,
So,
Hashtag
Dash if
Dash.
you're listening.
Mustache.
But you're also and the one that really stood out for me is when you went and chased down Simon Squibb's posters.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What happened with that?
Nothing yet. But I've been told by someone in his circle that I'm in the diary. But that's
Okay.
all I know.
So what? I don't know about this. What was explained?
So
What happened?
Simon it was one random morning, he
Yeah.
put on his socials saying that if you can find 5 posters at 5 different tube stations,
Yeah.
I'll do a 30-minute meeting with you.
Oh wow.
So I saw it and it was 4 minutes after it was posted. And I
And just
thought,
legged
you know
it.
what? I'm off.
Yeah.
Straight to the station, straight into London.
Yeah.
And I got them all within probably 3 hours or so.
Wow.
And then I posted it on my thing and now I'm just waiting for my meeting.
It will happen. It will
Yeah,
come.
soon.
Right.
But what?
I mean, obviously, let's just point out Simon Squibb if
amazing.
ever you're listening, and if anyone
Of
can
course he's
tag him in,
listening.
right?
yeah.
A man is only as good as his word. You have offered a 30-minute meeting. Live up to it, and you went to find the doorbell as well, right?
We went to
Yeah.
the doorbell.
We did
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Our pitch. So we're
We did
slowly
our
entering
pitch.
his world.
Yeah, slowly.
You have to be there though, because everything he preaches is what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think there is a great opportunity for collaboration between us and him.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a great space that we could work and we could do something great. But Simon, if you're listening,
He'll definitely be listening. to
DMs
this.
are open.
But like
Love it.
regards to our strategy, we've changed a bit. So before we're podcasting like every week, probably like 4 a week, would you say?
Yeah.
4 plus a week. And now we're like, let's do 12 to 15 episodes a year that are as good as we can possibly make them. And we've slowed down a bit. We're spending longer booking the guests. We've changed the editing a bit. We're booking studios in London. We've toned that down a bit, changing the strategy because
Yeah.
we've learned that you just got to keep pivoting, see what works.
Yeah.
And we've also completely upped the social game. So we're doing something called behind the scenes, where we go behind the scenes of founders and we follow them for a day, or we do behind the scenes of events as well, which is what you saw at Performex.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And on top of that, we're doing street interviews a lot. So we're going on the streets and asking young people, would you ever start a business, and helping them kind of develop an idea.
Which is
How
fascinating.
does that get received when you just randomly go up to
I
someone?
hate it. This is the point where I was like, Harrison, you're going to do the content. I'm going behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I'm never coming out doing street interviews again.
How
Yeah.
do they go? Are people quite open to talking?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So we'll go out, we'll probably ask about 10 people. We might get
Mhm.
2 yeses that are willing to chat.
Okay.
But there's certain things that we can do on our side which will make it more likely that they'll chat with us. And for example, the outfit that I wear will always be something really bright, a bit like what I'm wearing today.
Okay, yeah.
It's something called pattern interrupt. So they're thinking, oh, he stands out. That's a couple of seconds that they're thinking in their brain.
Ah.
On top of that, I usually wear something that smells nice. That's another couple of seconds.
Yeah.
And by the time all of that's happened, I'd have already asked them the first question. They've got a mic and camera in their face.
And they're already going to be. Yeah.
They're already much more likely because you don't
Smell
give them a
them and they're
chance
in.
to say no.
Yeah.
You kind of almost, you don't force them into it, but you don't give them a chance to
The
say
presumptive close.
They're already in it,
Yeah.
aren't they, at that point?
I
Yeah.
think it's also just like a young person going up to a young person.
no. Yeah.
They are
Yeah.
quite willing to chat.
Yeah.
It's been fascinating to see how many young people have an amazing idea. So I went in thinking like young people aren't particularly entrepreneurial, but we found a
Mhm.
lot of them really are. And they're
So
they're
many.
thinking entrepreneurially in this because they're coming out of university. Not many options.
So
Yeah.
so what?
But a lot of them then seem to take to social media to become, I don't know, influencers.
Yeah, I'm not.
They
I'm not
sit on
sure.
Instagram and just want to do that
Yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
do
Let
you
stuff come to them and don't actually go out and try and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
do you also find that there's a instant lean to why not rather than why?
How
So
do you
like
mean? So-
so everyone likes to put hurdles in front of themselves, and
Yeah.
by the way, this is not generational. This is like everyone.
Yeah.
And we have it all the time where people will come and see me. So, like, when I'm not being a podcaster and I'm sitting there behind a desk being an accountant, and someone will go, "Oh, I've got a business idea." It's like, "Great, let's go and do it then."
Yeah.
And they go, "Well, yeah, but I
But-
need funding."
Yeah,
And it's
all
like,
the time.
what's the purpose of funding? Well, what I need to do ideally is I need to get this and I need to get this. It's like, okay, so go and consult at the beginning to earn the money to get the first bit. Yeah, well, I need a website.
Yeah.
Then go on to Wix and pay 15 quid and get one. Go on to ChatGPT, get it to write
Lovable.
one for you.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm getting a brilliant one in 30 minutes on Lovable.
there you go.
Sponsor us, please.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or if you're still listening.
Hashtag Dash.
all these contents. Yeah.
Honestly, Jem, by the time we start, it's like our podcast episode is going to be 5 minutes. We're going to have like 27 minutes of like trail of sponsors at the beginning.
Sponsors. But that's why we believe our mission is so valuable, because we take founders back to step one.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it's that step one. It's like, don't give yourself hurdles. Just do that step one and you'll
Yeah.
just see it catapult from there and get
Yeah.
bigger and bigger. It's
But-
like when we started, we just started with a computer and AirPods. And that's it. Computer, camera, no microphone, nothing special. And we just started and you just see it catapult from
There's
there.
two types of people in the world. There's ones that will be like, there's always an excuse, always
Yeah.
a reason why you can't, always, oh, I'll hide behind this. I'll do it next week. I'll do it next year. I'll start this next month.
Yeah.
You guys are the go-getters. There's no excuses. It's like, we're just going to give it a go. Fuck it. Let's see
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I mean, you can sit there and say, well, what we need to do is we need to get the latest camera, we need to get the latest
No.
Canon EOS
Yeah.
this, and we need to get this. It's
Just
like,
do
I've
something.
got
It
a
goes
phone.
back to the imperfection thing.
I've got a
Yeah.
phone.
It's
It
gotta
will
start.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah. And often when we take these founders back to step one, the first thing they did is it's tiny. It was like, no, I just posted an accountancy tip on Instagram.
Mm.
And they just started building it that way. They're not like, oh crap, I need to get an office.
Yeah.
And what about a team of 5 people?
Well, when you started RSZ, it was you
one-
and a laptop.
Yeah, one desk, one laptop,
One client, perhaps?
and a phone sitting there. No phone, no clients,
No clients at that point.
no clients.
Yeah.
Really?
And just went. I mean, we'll do it. By the way, we've got plenty of time, so if we want to switch, and we'll switch positions, and you can record one of your in the businesses here as well if you want.
All right, okay.
Oh.
But anyway, yeah. So that's a by the by. We'll talk about that another time.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, to me, it's just like you just have too many people that are hurdle,
Yeah.
and to just break out and just go do it. And and you guys are effectively the next generation of Simon Squibb. Well, I mean, you think about it. I mean, where did he start? He started out on the streets, going up to people, going, "Have you got a
Yeah.
business idea? Yeah. What you can do? Mobile dog grooming. What's stopping you? Oh, I need 500
Does
quid.
he still do that?
Here's
Is he
500
still
quid. Go
out
do
on
it.
the streets?
Still-
Does
yeah,
he
he
still
does.
Not
do
as
that?
much. He's a bit too Hollywood now.
I don't really follow him. I'm
He-
not
I
down
think
with.
he does
does it quite a lot,
streams
yeah.
now.
Okay.
And he
Okay.
live streams it as well, which is something he's just started doing. So we're kind of been watching and we're thinking, is that something we should
Okay.
kind of
Yeah.
implement?
Why don't you
ourselves
just get
as
on
well?
the live stream and just every single 2 minutes just keep commenting on it and going, "Where's my 30-minute
Where's
meeting?
my 30-minute meeting?
Where's my 30-minute meeting?"
Yeah.
You know what? We actually did do. So I was in London doing street interviews the other week, and Tom called me and he was like, Simon's in London live streaming right now. and I tried to hunt him down. And
I've got
I've got about
lots of
25
hunting
minutes.
down stories.
I've got 25 minutes of footage of me just basically sprinting around London like a headless chicken, trying to find this man.
I felt like I was in the MI6. I had my headphones
Street
on, the
desk.
laptop on the desk. I was like, "Right, Harrison."
So
to
when
the left,
he's run around London, where are you based in Suffolk?
Yeah, he's
Yeah, so
he's
I-
So
over
you're
it,
literally got you're saying, right, he's here,
Yeah.
go here, go
And he
here.
was finding like pubs. Tom was finding pubs and thinking, okay, this pub, I Google it, and then this is the location, sending me the
Go.
pin, the location code. We didn't find him in the end, but it's fine.
It's brilliant.
It's fine.
But that's the thing. It just shows that like go get mentality.
Yeah.
Rather than everyone else going, oh well, I'll wait for my meeting.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll wait for this to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll wait for the phone to ring. You know,
Yeah.
or I recorded a Dash episode. I won't go on a podcast and start blagging about Dash to try and
Hashtag
get
Dash.
the hashtag Dash.
Hashtag Dash, sponsor us, please.
That was a brief idea of ours. Was like make content about brands to try and get them on.
Yeah, and I love it. And we're going
I
to do
think it's
more of it.
brilliant.
We're going to do more and more and more.
Yeah.
And one of them will work. Just
And
a matter of
Dash,
time.
I know it's actually really good water. I drink that. It's
Yeah.
really good.
I really like Dash.
Just as a side note, it's actually
Oh,
really
actually,
nice.
yeah, I really like Dash as
I
well.
love Dash.
Yeah,
Dash is
great.
actually my go-to drink every single day, every meal deal. Dash, sponsor us.
It's literally like you don't even need breakfast or lunch or dinner anymore, right? You just Dash.
Just
That's
have
it.
free,
It's
just
free
Dash.
dashes a day, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Stephen Bartlett didn't do that with Huel or anything, so yeah, it's got to work with you with Dash,
Yeah.
right?
Please,
Next gen.
surely.
Okay, so like, which one of these like 6-7 escapades are you gonna like focus on, or are you just gonna do them all and more?
Well, the street interviews are mainly a funnel. So we're like, a lot of the problem with podcasts is the marketing. Like you
Mhm.
release an episode, no one goes to it. So we're like, we've got to sort of build up our social media presence, get people funneling in to the
Mhm.
podcast through that. So we're asking, they're basically very, very short podcasts, how I see them.
Okay.
And then off the back of that, we're offering podcast production, sort of a new idea. We're seeing if
We're
there's
going to talk about that in a
market
minute.
for it. Okay.
We're going to come back
Yeah.
to that.
Coming.
But yeah, we're sort
And-
of trying out.
Behind
Go
the
for it.
scenes.
Mhm.
We're going behind the scenes of Founders. That's a big series we're starting up.
Mm.
That's the events, and that's also the day one. So what they do in a day, like a day in a life.
How did Johnny Wilkinson take to you going and sticking the camera in his face?
So there's actually a bit more to it. So it was I'd probably tried to get him for about 6 hours. There's about a 6-hour period. And the day before, I was talking to his team and I was having a good chat with them. And I was like, yeah, I'd love to get Johnny. Yeah, I'd love to do it. And I was talking to the guy that manages his time. And then he said, yeah, we'll do it tomorrow because he's here tomorrow. And then I got there when he arrived and he said, not now, not now. The whole time he had people with him. Like literally from the second he arrived at that event, he did his speech. The second he finishes, he had people trying to get pictures with him, etc. And I just couldn't I kept asking him, said, not now, not now. And then eventually we walked out. I waited just outside. We're walking out with him and I got the interview as soon as we exited to when he was walking to his car or his train, wherever he was going. And I think it's because I was persistent, but the good side of persistent,
Mhm.
which is why I got it. But it was tough. About 6 hours it took me.
But
And
again,
was it planned to be a walk and talk, or was that the only opportunity you
I
had?
feel
was-
like if you're walking and talking, you look important. You know they're the man. It's Johnny Wilkinson. You can't stop and talk.
But that was the only opportunity,
Okay,
really. That was
yeah.
like the last resort. And
Yeah.
I'm not going to say no. I said,
No.
We will do it whilst walking and talking.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
fine.
walk you to your train.
Yeah, that is fine.
Yeah.
And even if I had
not, I'm going to get on the train and we'll do a couple of stops of it.
even if I had to tap into that train, I would have done it for a stop just to get that interview.
I mean, Harrison's being modest. Johnny Wilkinson on his Instagram said, Harrison is an inspiration to me.
Oh,
That is a true
that's
story.
amazing.
Johnny Wilkinson, the man himself.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
But I mean, that shows that the lengths you're going to go to. But it's so, like, you know, if you look on the other side of it, how many people would have gone, oh, I spoke to Johnny Wilkinson's people and they said he'll find 5 minutes for me, and then he never got it.
Yeah.
So, but it wasn't my fault. And it's like, yeah, but if you want to do it,
You've got to just
Just-
make it happen.
just
Yeah.
persevere and keep going.
Yeah. I had quite a few sort of operations like
I
that.
love that.
We had, Sam Thompson he started this brand called Content Jungle, and he's a TV sort of influencer personality. And we're at an event he was at, and we sort of stationed people at every exit of this big
Is he from
hotel.
Made in Chelsea?
Yeah,
Yeah. And then he
Okay.
also
I know who
won
he is.
I'm a Celeb. I
Celebrity
believe.
junk. Yeah, okay, I know who you're talking about.
We
yeah.
had
We
we had one person at every single exit from that building.
all on like phones, like
And we were all on phone. He could not escape, is the bottom line. And
That is an operation.
that's how we got his interview. He just could not escape. And as soon as he left the building, we were like, we knew exactly what exit he was at. I sprinted to that exit and then I got my interview with him.
That is amazing.
That's unbelievable,
It's
right?
incredible. Absolutely
I'm
incredible.
sure there's more. But
Yeah, they'll come to us this week.
Okay, so
God,
from-
you must get your steps in every day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
so from all these people that you've spoken to and like the business people and what have you, if you've got 16-year-olds listening right now, obviously not adult content, 18 plus only, but if there's only 16, 17, 18-year-olds listening right now who go, yeah, but what advice would you give them?
I'd say just take the step one. If you don't take step one, you'll never get to 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
You just have to take that step one. It can be something as small as possible. It can be very, very small, but you just have to take the step one.
Yeah.
Get the ball rolling, a bit like a snowball on a hill. It will just get bigger and bigger and bigger as it goes on. You have to start. And you may be thinking something along the lines of, how do I start? What is that step one? Just think about what industry you're trying to get into. Find someone that's done it. Just reach out to them and ask them. Because 9 times out of 10, they will talk to you. And if they don't, they're probably a horrible person. You don't want to talk to them
Or
anyway.
stalk their hotel.
or set up an operation.
But literally,
Or
just
set up a whole operation.
Surveillance, we
Whoever-
call it. It's not stalking, it's advanced surveillance, right?
LinkedIn is a great place because people actually respond on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And even if you don't have premium, just comment on their post saying, just ask them, how did you start? And you can get people giving you advice really easily. And it's not, you'd think some of these people are unreachable, but on LinkedIn, everyone's reachable.
There's a lot
No
of,
matter who
in
they
the
are.
business world, there's a lot of people that are happy to talk about how they
Yeah,
got to
people
where
are
they
really
are.
generous.
And they are.
Yeah.
They are.
I'd also say don't particularly worry about where you think it's going, because we've had to pivot so many times. I think people think, we're starting a business, it's always going to be that. You start that, there's no market for that at all.
Yeah.
And you pivot. It's just, you're constantly changing.
It took us 7 months to get to the step one thing.
Yeah.
Like we didn't actually talk about step one for 7 months. It was just like, how did you start? But now we've got more of our brand identity, and I reckon in another 7 months, it'll be even stronger to whatever it is. It'll be like even more to the nail.
So when did you met, the Badman idea got put to one side, you met in St Albans. When was
Hang on,
that? How
Jem.
long has that been going?
Jem, they do pivot. They could be back to
No,
badminton
they
in
might
3
be back
months.
to Badman soon. They might be back to Badman.
Badminton might have been
But
the thing.
when did you form, how long have you been going for now? Doing
8 months.
8 months.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it took us, I think, 1 month to really do the first episode. And then it
started with a Facebook post, and then I discovered LinkedIn.
Because you do know
Great
that you're...
discovery.
Here we go. Interesting fact for you. You know, guest number 1
Vicky
has an
said.
office right next door.
Does
there
she?
we go.
Yeah, she's
she
in
in
this
today?
building.
Is she?
Is she in today?
We don't know. We tried to ring her when we couldn't get
Okay.
in.
Oh, no way.
First thing.
We
So,
need to see it afterwards.
Yeah,
We wanna
we'll go
see
and-
her.
we'll go and knock
Yeah.
on her
She's there.
door.
Yeah. Say thank you for, and I'm sorry we took out all your pauses.
Yeah, I'm very sorry about
Is
that.
that her?
That's her.
Yeah, that's Vicky, yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
You've gone blank.
I've got
I love this.
blank.
Harrison's
You've
gone,
gone
yep.
I've
me.
gone blank.
No,
He's got
nothing.
so much to say.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, on top of that, I was very anti-LinkedIn at the start. Do you remember?
This
I
man,
was like, I don't want to get LinkedIn. I'm not doing it, Tom.
Yeah.
It's not going to
It's for
happen.
old people.
It's too
Don't do
grown
it.
up. I'm not
It's
doing
he
it.
too
hated social
businessy.
media.
Too
The funny thing is,
businessy.
he had no social media platform. I actually did at that point.
Yeah.
Well, as in like
He had nothing.
Instagram, nothing.
I had
Nothing at all.
absolutely nothing. And I ran a football club for 2 years. And
Wow.
I kept behind
Hang on,
the
is
camera.
this championship manager or you genuinely did it?
No, generally did it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a step 7 team.
I managed Arsenal.
Man
And
United.
I hid behind
Managed Yeovil to the
everything.
Champions League, obviously.
Right.
And I don't
Just ignore these two.
thinking about it now, I don't really know why. I was just like, I really didn't want to be like in a spotlight,
Yeah.
so to speak.
But
And I
I
wanted
think
just to run it.
Which is
LinkedIn...
crazy when you say that now.
Yeah, now I've literally, and I met a mate the other day and he was like, you've literally done a 360.
Yeah.
I've turned it right round. But I think, especially, we were talking about in the car on the way here, especially in the world of AI growing,
Mhm.
I think it's the best decision I could make.
Having a personal
Yeah.
brand. So,
Yeah.
It is the
It's
best
gonna be-
thing I could do for
But
myself.
you have to. This is the thing. I always say this to people and they go, well, but I'm not running a business yet. I don't need LinkedIn. It's like, okay, have you got a job? Yeah. Get it another one from LinkedIn.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Well, now employers are going on your LinkedIn to check your
Yeah.
history, to check your profile, to check what you're posting about, to check
Yeah.
what you're doing. Most of the time they're not even going to Instagram or anywhere else. I mean, they might go TikTok and see them like,
Yeah.
but generally, like they'll look at their LinkedIn.
And
Yeah.
even if it's not trying to get a job, just act like you're doing what you're doing. So like for us, we're doing these brand sponsorship things. We haven't been sponsored by them, but just act like you have.
I mean,
Dash.
but by the time this
Dash
releases,
sponsors, please.
Hashtag Dash.
Dash. Yeah. just for when this goes live, they probably will be brand sponsored by Dash.
They will be.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Just do it as you are sponsored. So if you want to be like a fitness influencer, be a fitness influencer on Instagram, TikTok. Even if you've got 0 followers, produce content like you've got 100,000.
Yeah.
That's a Jordan Belfort quote, by the way. The act as if.
Is it?
Oh, is
Act
it?
as if.
Yeah.
But it's so true because if you act
why
as
Let's
wouldn't you
don't
be?
try him started, please.
What a legend.
Every show, it's about running joke. He has to get his name in every show. And it's just, I thought we didn't get through this one
No.
about that name.
No.
I think content is actually a smart business decision.
Yeah.
Like you've got to be doing it now.
Yeah.
And I've been putting a link under some of the posts I do because you kind of want to think about it smartly, don't you? Don't just want to post. It's got to lead somewhere. And we've been getting a few calls off that. And we wouldn't have got those calls if we hadn't put out the content.
But that's the new part that you're doing now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I saw, and I don't know if it's a recent post, but LinkedIn algorithms are a bit messed up right now and they keep showing you stuff from 3 weeks ago.
Oh,
it's random,
so
isn't it?
annoying.
But
So annoying.
yeah, but I saw one, and I think it was you, Tom, who posted up there about, look, everyone who wants to do a podcast, they need tens of thousands of
Most
listeners to be able to get like a brand sponsorship or to get whatever. Dash.
Dash.
But if you're a business,
It's a different game.
you know,
Yeah.
you can go along and record a podcast and have 50 people listen to it, but this is 50 people learning about you as a person.
Yeah.
And 50 people learning about you as a person. This is, you know, we preach this all the time.
Yeah.
People buy from people.
Exactly. Your business is in their ear for 40 plus minutes. Like where else do you get that opportunity?
Yeah.
Like there's no other platform. And yeah, if you were a creator, you need, I don't know, 100,000 downloads, then Dash. Right.
Sponsors.
Yeah. But if you're a business, like 100 listens for your financial advice firm, that could be game changing.
Yeah.
Completely game changing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And another side of what we do is, let's say there's a brand that comes to us with a product. We'll create like a 5-part series for them, which is like a marketing campaign for that product. So let's say it's
Dash.
let's say Dash, for
sponsor us.
example. We could take it and we could be like, okay, what do Dash have in their products which is like beneficial? Then we can get an expert for whatever it is. Let's just say vitamin C, for example.
Yeah.
A vitamin C expert, and we talk about the benefits of
I
vitamin
think
C and how it
Dash
benefits
have
the body.
far more nutritional values than just one vitamin.
Exactly. They've
Yeah.
got
This is
plenty.
why Dash is
They
the best
can
drink.
replace
ever.
Dash. You know, this would be a great drinking game. By the way, anyone who's listening to this episode,
Every time we say Dash, take a
go
shot.
along and play it back and do a shot per Dash every. No, don't do this. This is like promoting irresponsible drinking. No. This is a takedown offence.
Down.
Yeah, don't do that. Drinking
I
responsibly,
wonder how,
please.
when I listen to this back, I'm going to actually see how many times we've said Dash.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Every minute.
Yeah.
Let's just say if it's a shot per Dash, there's many dead people already, or
I'd
lots
be-
of A&E.
yeah.
Yeah, don't do this.
It's great because, especially in the world we're moving now, I don't know how much you know about advertising on Meta.
And we're old, so like the same way that we're ripping you for not knowing. Like,
we don't know. Just talk just like we don't know.
Meta's very expensive and you need to constantly refresh ads.
Yes.
And what people love information.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 2 parts to this series where people get information. So you actually get what benefits does this give you, and you get knowledge.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it's promoting whatever products we're behind.
Yeah. I'd
So
also
it's a
say
great information source.
people our age seem to love founder-led brands. You can debate whether that's good or not, but they do.
Yeah.
And they want to see founder of Dash on a podcast or something.
Yeah. Dash.
Your podcast, obviously.
Your podcast.
in the business.
Yeah. Okay, so this thing that you're now doing in terms of podcast management, I did say we'd come back to this.
Yeah.
So you're now trying to find people who are either starting out, already got a podcast, or, you know, are thinking about doing a podcast,
Yeah.
and kind of holding their hands with your experience.
Yeah, well, we've spent 50 plus episodes working what thumbnails work,
Mhm.
working how to, get people into the podcast funnel. And we want to share that with other businesses essentially and launch their podcasts, grow their podcasts. And like Harrison said, do it as a marketing campaign.
Mhm.
We've mainly been reaching out to firms because we do feel like that's where the main benefit of podcasting is. Like we're just saying, 50 listens for
Mhm.
an accounting firm or a
Mhm.
financial
Yeah.
firm. That is really beneficial. You don't have to be chasing the thousands
Yeah.
of downloads.
Do you know we're people's guilty pleasure? They don't like the fact that they love listening to accountants.
There you go. I discovered that.
They don't like telling anyone.
When you came on our podcast, I discovered that. You made
He's actually all right.
Oh, I never knew
This
tax
guy's
was so good.
not boring.
Honestly, I thought it'd be a total bell end. He's only a little bit away.
No, you made tax cool.
There we go.
Oh, don't tell him that.
But yeah, and so now your promotion, and I normally, other than Dash, obviously, we don't let anyone come on and promote on our show. But this is, to me, everything that we can do is if we can do this for the next generation. And I'm really passionate about this because I had the same thing when I started off at 16, 17. I was lucky enough to have a boss who didn't see me as 16, 17-year-old. He was, let me give you a chance. Let me treat you as an adult.
Yeah.
Let me give you that push in business and get you started. And there was no limits and no bounds. So I'm always one to go, do you know what? We need to help the next generation come through and, give them that platform, give them that chance, give them that opportunity. So here's your shot. You're happy to now go along and what offer have you got for businesses that want to come and use you guys?
Okay. So we have two services. We've got our starter package, which is we'll repurpose episodes into clips and sort of generate you a content engine in a way to generate more leads. And then we've got our done for you service. This is where we essentially handle everything. Because podcasting, it's a lot of time. You're not just turning up. We quickly learn this. You don't just turn up and record.
And smash glasses.
And smash glasses. Part of the experience.
So rock and roll.
Got to make an entrance. But yeah, it's a lot of time. You don't just press record. You got to edit. You got to distribute. You got to create content. You can probably get 8+ pieces of content from every episode. We're saying we'll do all of that for you, so you can focus on your business, turn up and talk. The rest is done.
And I believe no one has to initially commit because you're that confident in your own ability. First episode free.
First episode's free.
There you go.
Wow.
Who can say no to
Well,
that?
your researchers are good.
Yeah, they are really good researchers.
We've got a great.
The weird thing is that it's the first time where I've got people on and it's like, yeah, I've kind of fanboyed what they're doing.
You are a bit
at
of a fanboy
2021 already.
Too.
Yeah, but again, I think it's just so
It's
unusual to
refreshing.
see your generation
It's
just
very
going out
refreshing.
there and saying, do you know what? Let's just go do it. And
you guys are inspirational. You
Well,
are.
thank you.
Yeah,
Well,
you're
it's
doing
an
really
inspiration
well.
of Johnny Wilkinson.
Johnny Wilkinson was right. Yeah.
There we go. I agree with Johnny.
Yeah.
We went to an event.
Are your
recently.
first name terms?
Me and Johnny are like this.
I thought so, yeah.
Tight, yeah.
Pick up Johnny.
I love Johnny Wilkinson. What a guy.
Yeah.
What a guy. We went to an event recently. We met loads of young founders. It is very inspiring to see people out there wanting to do things. Because I do feel like the narrative around our generation is that, like you said, we're not really risk takers. We don't like business, which is true. There's a lot of people out there.
But even when you found your ones on the street that say, I want to go and do it, have they said, have you asked them, so why aren't you?
Yes. And we want to actually help people. So not just interview them and be like, okay, what's your idea? We want to actually help them take that step one. And we haven't actually found a single person yet that wants us to help them, which is weird when you think of it.
So they've said they've got ideas and they want to do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, how can I help you?
Okay.
We have 50+ guest podcasts. I could probably get you in contact with someone that's in your industry.
Yeah.
And you could have a good chat and they would be able to give you some proper insights for free. And we haven't actually had someone yet, which has taken me on board with that. And
That's a shame.
we've actually helped them.
Okay,
start.
so does that make you realise how unique you guys are? Because this is the thing, if someone came up to you, right, and they said, oh, by the way, we've got to connect in with, and I won't use Stephen Bartlett because that's obviously ridiculous, but let's say, someone who's a podcaster and they're a top 50 Apple charts podcaster.
Well, that's us then.
Yeah, hashtag us. But you know what I mean? If someone came along and said, yeah, guess what? We can put you in contact with these people, or how can we help you progress? You're going to say, yes, any way you can, absolutely, 100% help.
Where
because
are
this
you?
is what I want to
I'm
do.
coming right now.
Yeah, Harris will
I'm
be
on
on
the
a train going,
train.
I'm on a train. But that's the thing. When you hear people going, yeah, well, I've got an idea, or I've got a concept, or I've got a thought, and it's like, do you want to go and do it? Well, yeah, maybe.
It's a lot of work.
I think-
Well, I've got to wait until this happens.
Someone just
or...
said the other day, we're like, would you ever start a business? Like, no, I'm too lazy. And that was it.
I
Oh,
said,
at least
fair
they're
enough.
honest.
And I walked away. I was like, yeah. I think I think this comes back to the step one thing. So a lot of people think, yeah, I would love a business, but where do I start?
Yeah.
And they think, oh, the hurdles, as you were saying, there's so many, they put hurdles in front of themselves and stop them actually getting there. So by us, I think if we just keep doing this step one, we keep producing this content, we'll get to a breaking point where people are actually like, oh yeah, in the business, the step one guys.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then they're like, oh, okay, I want to start as, I don't know, a clothing brand. Let me go on in the business. Let me go and find someone they've interviewed, which has sold a clothing brand, let's just say for like 10 plus million or 100 plus million. What was his step one? Okay, I can do that myself, whatever that step one was. And I think it's that step one part that's stopping people.
But I think it's also the other thing where, exactly as you've said, people are looking for, let's see the people who sold that brand for 10 million, 100 million, billion pound.
Yeah.
What about that person who says, yeah, by the way, I earn 60 grand a year in a clothing shop or in the clothing industry?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Same thing,
This is a great thing to be able to do.
Yeah.
And everyone to just go along and go, I don't think there's many people that I've spoken to that have gone into any business with the intention of exit.
Yeah.
Right? They go in there to go,
They go in
I'm making a living, I'm doing this to see what I can do, I'm doing this to whatever. I mean, I know of one, I think, Simon Bennett, I think is the exception.
that have gone into exit.
Yeah. Well, he did one business which he didn't plan to exit.
Okay.
And he got bought out. And then he said, I've got a good idea for another business, but I'm going to set it up now, ready to exit.
It's like, I've never exited.
So
I've never started something saying I'm going to sell this.
No,
Never
so he's done every single thing when he started with so he said when he did the exit, he said the due diligence was unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
He said, and they're looking at, can we have the employee contracts for everyone you've employed over the last 8 years?
Yeah.
And it's like, so-and-so, but they were only here for a month. We need their contract.
Yeah.
We need this. We need the exit interview. We need the due diligence. What? And it went into extremes of, you used to have a BT phone contract. Yeah. Have you got the terms and conditions of that?
Really?
Or why? Why, in case there's any comeback and anything that... And so he went, so this time when he did it, he said every single thing, he systemized every process. And he said he's even told the staff. So when he's hiring staff, he said, look, obviously, the plan is in 3 years' time. This is what my plan is with the business. So you may 2P over, there may be a handshake at the end, there may be that, but I'd rather be transparent because as you start to see people coming around and having a look at the business, you don't have to freak out because it's exactly what we've planned.
No, definitely.
And I would say I spoke to Tom about this before. We're not building to sell, but we're building to sell in the sense of you need everything on there to be sustainable and be able to work.
But
we're not planning.
But
on
at the moment,
selling.
you realise your brand is you two.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you can't sell yourself. I mean, hang on, you can, but
Well,
that's a whole
that's a whole
other
different
podcast.
show,
Yeah.
that
I think
whole different show.
But it's not gonna
having
happen.
almost the systems that make it look sellable just
Yes.
improve your business.
Yeah.
That was phrased way better than me. Thank you, Tom.
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
It's why you work so well together.
Yeah.
But that's another sort of slightly unrelated advice I'd give to someone who's a young person. They're thinking, I can't just find someone who wants to do it with you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't find a co-founder. It makes it so much more enjoyable.
It also helps with those bad days.
It really does.
Yeah.
Because in every business,
there's-
you're going to have some days where you just go, why do I bother?
It's-
I mean, here's
exactly.
the thing. You
How
could have
much
had the
do we
6
say
hour,
that?
you could have had the 6 hour Johnny Wilkinson day
It not work.
where actually it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And you've killed 6 hours.
Yeah.
And you could just go, do you know what? This is not for me.
We
Yeah.
say that all the time as directors. It's the wins are a lot bigger when you can win together.
Yeah.
And the lows are easier when you've got each other.
100%. There's
Yeah.
been days when we're like, are we even doing the right thing? And then
Why are we
Harrison will
doing
come and say,
this?
yes, we're doing. We've got to push harder, and then vice versa.
Guess
Harrison's
what? I've been
like-
hiding in a bush.
It's like-
There's someone about to come out of the hotel. I'll get them.
yeah, and then the Harris will call him. It's like, I've been editing for 6 hours. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere. I'm like, Harrison, this is the greatest thing ever.
Get
Yeah.
to the tube station now.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know if we can do this. Vicky's episode that was 38 minutes of content is now 94 seconds.
We've definitely had some. We've had some late night calls and texts that have been
Yeah.
pretty deep.
Yeah.
But as Tom said, it will be one of us will be in that low state, and one of us will be in the get out of it. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And we'll just slap each other out of it and keep going. And
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
Tom said this, and I've said this before to each other. I couldn't have done it without Tom, and Tom couldn't do it without me. Especially at that start, and even now,
Yeah.
it's like we both have sides of the company where we just couldn't do it without.
So have you now got that structure? Like you've
Pretty much.
built the
Yeah.
company and it's actually a company and
Well,
well-formed and
even
what have
having
you.
you sit in front of us now, your personalities are so different, but
That's what I was
it
gonna say, we are
just
very different.
works.
Yeah.
It works, and without
you bring
that,
whatever you
Yeah.
don't have. You just
Yeah.
bring it. Yeah.
and without that
Harrison-
difference, it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Harrison is the confidence and the.
Yeah,
Johnny
but you're
Wilson.
the
I'm gonna run up to him.
you're the logic
Yeah.
and methodical and
How kind.
I would say Harrison might be the outgoing extrovert ready to go along and shove a camera in someone's face and don't care.
Yeah.
you're the one going, well, let's tactically work out.
Well,
Then we
first
want to
time
get
we
into
did
that.
street interviews, I really, really did not enjoy it. I was like, it just feels rude to go up to someone, put a camera in their face. They don't want to. And just like, why are we bothering people on the street? Harrison does not care about that at all.
No, I don't.
It never even went in his consciousness.
No, I didn't.
Has there been many people that have kind of told you to?
Oh
Well,
yeah, loads.
You've had
It's
that.
good
a lot.
content.
But
Yeah. So you
well,
record that.
I don't use
Harrison
them.
instantly brings out the camera.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
use-
look, Tom fucked up. Quick, let's hold the camera on him.
There's like there's a respect element to it. So if they don't want to be on camera, I won't film them.
Yeah.
But if we film them, they don't say anything. I think it's
Yeah.
fair game because you're out in public, right?
Yeah.
So you're allowed to film out in public. But yeah, there's loads. There's so many people. But I see it as, you know what? If someone came up to me in a street and asked me a question about business, I would 100% answer.
Yeah.
If it was something else, probably not because I don't know enough. Like if it was politics, I'd be like, no,
Yeah.
no way. I'm not getting
Not
into any
getting
of
involved,
that. Yeah, but if it was business, 100% I'd
Mm.
answer. And that's how I see it for other people. I'm just going to ask people because you never know. Like the next person, we're going to do some interviews after this later
Help
on.
me.
And we might find someone that's
Love
just
that. I'll just do a few
Got a
other
whole day
interviews
of
after
got
this.
podcasts
Yeah.
in the morning, interviews in the afternoon.
and we might find some people, we might find the next person we ask might have the best story or the best idea and might really want help.
Mhm.
And then we can help them.
Yeah.
But if you don't ask, you don't know. So if you don't go and stick the camera in front of their face, you don't know.
This is why you do it.
You might miss them.
Don't prove it to me. This is why you do it.
Yeah, honestly, you're not convincing me. I'm still not
Yeah.
going to do
I'm
it.
still
This
staying
is
behind
why
the
you
scenes.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we actually we got our first cameraman on board the other day.
Oh, okay.
Because Tom's quite far away from me as well, like proximity wise.
Yeah.
So we can do more content now,
Oh, that's
which is
brilliant.
great.
So what
Yeah.
have you found? Someone else who's like, yeah, just want to
He's just
go out and do
Yeah,
it.
so
up for
it's
doing it, yeah.
17-year-old, but he's never done camera work before, but he's ready for it and he wants it. So we took a chance of him. We're like, yeah, cool. We'll show you how to do it.
How did you find him?
He lives sort of near me.
Oh, okay, right.
So I kind of just asked him one day, I was like, look, do you want to do this? I need someone.
Oh,
And he
cool.
was like, yeah. And he's at college and he said, we went to Watford training ground the other day and did some filming there.
Mhm.
And afterwards he was like, that's so cool. I just got to
Aw.
walk around Watford training ground and
Yeah.
film a coach and you speak. And I didn't really deep it until yesterday. I was like, damn, yeah.
Yeah.
That is actually
Well,
like
it
quite
is a
out the
big-
norm,
yeah,
really,
of
isn't
course
it?
It is, yeah.
So for him, it's like, okay, one side of it, he gets to do cool stuff. Another side of it, he's also developing a skill,
He's
which he didn't have
he's
before.
learning something.
And it's
yeah.
a bit more like life experience and stuff for him, which
Mm.
is great.
That's kind of how we split the roles. Is Harrison is simply focused on the content
Yeah.
and trying to build our presence. I'm trying to work out where the bloody money is in the thing.
yeah.
So I'm trying all these things, trying to actually get some money coming in. And yeah, that's how we
Yeah,
split
but I
it,
love
and
that.
it
That's
seems to
exactly
work.
what you need.
But how
Yeah.
do you? So when you said you went to Watford training ground, for instance,
Yeah.
is that pre-planned? Do you
Yeah,
just
yeah.
randomly turn up, or are you in contact with? You have a certain target market that you.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So it was a man called Norbert. He's a coach at Watford.
Yeah.
And we had him on the podcast, actually.
okay.
And I was walking around the area where I live one night. I do these walks where I just brainstorm.
Yeah.
I also do showers in the dark where I brainstorm as well.
Okay.
And it came to me that we could so young people often are quite confused and they need they don't know how to take the step one, how to get going. So I was like, okay, let me talk to someone that's a coach at an academy football club and I'll bring him very back to the start, very first time he touched the football
Mhm.
up till today and how he got there. And I just reached out to him. I was like, I've got this idea. Are you free next week? He was like, yes. I was like, I'll be there at 12.
Brilliant.
It does
Love
look
that.
good. It's like walking around.
It is,
big
yeah.
Stadium in the
That
background.
would be out. I was actually editing it on the way here. So that'll be out very soon. It's a great
Good.
video.
Hang on, were you sitting with a laptop in your thing or
He
just do it on
was.
your phone?
I was like,
Yeah.
on the way
yeah.
up, I was like, I haven't seen you in about 2 weeks. Do you want to say anything? He's like,
Nice to have a chat.
Should we
No.
catch up
Working
now on
away.
editing?
AirPods in, working away. Like I was driving some celebrity around.
Well, you are.
In a blacked out
Clearly you are now. Yeah.
designated chauffeur.
So I'm guessing, so you guys are a little bit like where Social Network and Facebook were, where it's like you've got Zuckerberg who's off going, yeah, I just want this because it's going to be cool with Harrison.
Yeah.
And you've got the other guy going, yeah, we've got to try and fund this somehow and
Yeah.
get some money. And,
I would say
you know,
that's 100% accurate.
That's, yeah.
Harrison's like,
yeah.
I'm just going to buy this new camera. I was like, why are you?
What are you doing?
What do you mean
Do
you're
we really
buying a
need
new
it?
camera?
yeah, honestly, someone just gave me a credit card. I can just go ding and it just buy it. And it's like, yeah, but we have to pay for that later on.
I think it works because
Yeah.
Harrison's a bit more of a risk taker, I'd say, when it comes to stuff
Oh,
like
But
that.
you have to
And
be.
when
Yeah, it
like
creates
later on,
balance.
that's going to be super valuable.
We were in Tesco the other day and you were about to buy some peanuts. but they were like a little bit more expensive because we're in London than they were over here. And he was like, there's no way I'm buying these. That's outrageous. And we stormed out of the shop and I'm thinking, what? But it's great because without that, I just say yes, yes, yes to everything. I'm like, yeah, let's just do everything.
You'd have a whole...
And Tom balances me.
10 cameras and 10 tripods.
But we'd have like 50 grand in debt.
And 17 bailiffs knocking on your door. You know you've got to pay for this stuff at some point, right?
And it's like even the Osmo that we use now to film, I think it's taken us 8 months to actually invest in a proper camera like that. And I just, it's great. It works, which is
Basically,
good.
I'm a stingy bastard.
But it works.
To be.
And I'm very
you have
thankful
to be.
you are.
But it does, they're not, like I was saying, Harrison's a bit more risk averse. He's like, you're willing to
I'm
put
willing
some money
to
into something.
And
willing
you
to
know what?
max
He'll
out a
make
credit
it
card.
work no matter the equipment. It doesn't matter. Whatever you've got, even if you pulled your phone out and recorded,
But we literally,
you're going to work it out.
We had that in the office the other day, where I'll go along and go, and especially with the speed technology's moving and AI and how everything's evolving.
Yeah.
Literally, they called me into the office the other day. And it's like the other two directors are sitting there and they're saying, Nick, we need you to do something. It's like, what's that? Is there no new systems for 6 months?
Stop.
I was like, what?
Honestly.
But what if I see
We
someone
get our
doing
heads
this?
around something, but we get our heads around something. We're like, cool, we've worked it out. This is the staff. This is what we're doing. Yeah, cool, great. He'll walk in.
Yeah.
Well, I've just been looking. No. He sees something shiny and he's gone. That's it. Like,
it's like me. I'm the same. I'm the same.
Me and you are more of the let's pull this back a bit. But
Let's just stop and think.
Oh, look, there's a bird. Or he's gone.
No, they don't. They kind of make sure I have to have like Claude stuff in meetings and things to go, we just need a record of what you've done before you go off to the
Can you
next
just sign
thing.
here to confirm this meeting, please?
Yeah, they catch me like a day after a new client meeting. They go, what have you discussed?
You get very excited.
You'll just go off and do something else. It's like, something else, quick, let's go. But
we are both a bit like that when we have an idea. It's a bit like,
that's
that
good
idea
though.
It's going to change the world. Next day, very good, wasn't it?
That was what were we thinking?
Maybe a bit too much
that
hype
wasn't
on
that
that
right,
It's best as a set of ideas.
But if you don't go into ideas like that, you won't like. Another thing the flat white guys taught me was if you put 100% effort into something, people recognize that.
Yeah.
And then they subscribe to that, as in they like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like any idea we have, we'll give it a really good shot.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work, fine, it disappears.
Yeah, you've got to
If
give
it does work,
it.
That's the nice part because you can come out of everything with no regret.
Well, I'd say you're going to.
If you put 100% into something and it doesn't work, you can come away and go,
like, cool. Next thing.
I don't feel like there was, anything else I could have done.
Yeah.
But if you go into it and you half-arse it because you don't know how well it's going to go, and it sort of takes off, you sit there and go, imagine if we'd
what
done
if
more.
I'd actually done 100%? What if I'd actually given it my all?
Yeah.
Well, all the best businesses are trying things that don't work. I mean, like Amazon supermarkets, they tried it, it's not working anymore.
I think all the best ideas on paper, they look stupid.
Yeah.
But if you can execute them, and that's the hard part, because I read something about Uber. Loads of people had the idea for Uber, but the people that created Uber executed it. It's the execution that matters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was at a networking event yesterday and someone got talking about our podcast. And they said, an accountancy firm with a podcast. I'm like,
You guys, you're in the modern era.
That doesn't sound like that would work, but it works fine. But
it's without the podcast, we wouldn't have known about you.
Yeah.
There we go.
And your accountancy firm, so there we go.
And nor would Dash.
Yeah, nor would Dash.
Hashtag Dash.
But you guys must have seen some like major advantages from doing a podcast. Just with,
it
relationships
is.
you build with people.
I mean, again, I think if nothing else, it's that stereotypical thing of people going, yeah, every accountant calls themselves, oh yeah, but I'm different, I'm wacky, I'm zany, and it's like, listen, you're just a bell end like the others. Right? And genuinely, that's how it is. But when people can actually go along and get to know you, which is why we try and do, we've got face-to-face events that we do for business networking, because we do it to go, look, get behind the front-end business persona of people and get to the point where, Jem will have it, and when we do our networking events, it'll be, what was your favorite childhood toy growing up? Or what was this? So you get 3 people who go, oh, Lego. And then before you know it, 3 people are exchanging cards and doing business.
They're
because
doing
kids,
business, but bonding over Lego.
They all love Lego.
Because I love,
that's brilliant.
I like bringing business people together and let's not talk about business.
Let's do
Let's find out about each other. Let's talk about something personal.
That's brilliant. That's a good idea.
People listen to your podcast. They listen to both of you speak for 40 minutes. Like, oh, they're both really nice. I want to work with them.
Yeah.
And where else would you get that opportunity to do something like that?
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think we don't take ourselves too seriously. We have that where I think there's
Nick,
again,
we're very professional.
I saw someone yesterday and she came in to see me and said, you know what, it's so refreshing to come in and talk to you. And you're not here talking about, well, I want to talk about tax or I want to do this. And the problem is that my old accountant used to make me cry. And I'm like, really? So,
Madness.
yeah, because it would be very undermining, very disheartening, very, no, this is what you should do. And I'm the accountant and I'm telling you. It said, I felt like I was getting told off by a school teacher.
Yeah.
And I said, but the accountant can't do what you can do, can they? I went, no. I said, so it just so happens you're talking about their chosen specialist subject. Of course they're going to be smarter than you. But when they're talking about what you do, it's a different game altogether. And I said, and so she said, yeah, but you kind of, when I come in and can just talk to you, I can feel human, like a normal person, and have a normal conversation and be able to discuss other bits and pieces. And it doesn't have to be this same monotonous, tax, boring, dull crap. It's actually there to try and genuinely help business people.
And in a world of AI growing, that is going to just get better and more important.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, people go along and they say, like, oh, well, this ChatGPT. It's like, look, honestly, if you're not on it, I regularly, people go, oh, yeah, what a loser, right? I came in and I told everyone, I said, oh, yeah, I had a 2-hour conversation last night. They go, who with? And I go, chat. And they went, what? And I went, yep.
Become his best friend.
Because I mean, now I've got one.
You've got one friend now.
Yeah. But the reality was, it was just that thing of going, look, I want to go along and have that thing to understand what it's looking for, because top matches on Google are now AI then sponsored.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So AI is coming out with the answers. And if AI is coming out with the answers when people are searching, well, I need to understand how this thing's thinking and what it's looking for. So the first thing I did is I said, okay, tell me the top 5 accountants in Ipswich. And it went this one, this one. I said, why didn't you pick this one? Or why didn't you do this? Or why did you get this? Yeah. And it comes back and goes, well, I went along and when I was referring to this, I went and referred to reviews. So it was one of the first things I looked at. And I went, great, now go and look at our reviews. And it goes, yeah, so you've got 5-star reviews. It's immaculate, but you haven't added any new reviews for the last 6 months. So I decided they weren't current. Okay, great. First step to do, we'll go out and get current reviews. Now we'll go and do the next bit. We'll go and do the next bit. But if you understand the mechanics of how the future is working,
what it's looking for,
you can be at the forefront of it. It's like understanding SEO before SEO happened. Or it's like, you literally are at the front of it and you've got someone where you can just go, just tell me what you're looking for. And it goes, sure, I'll tell you.
Here we go.
And you go, just do that.
And it works for you because we don't listen to you half the time.
No, you don't.
So at least you've got someone that you can talk to.
I've even got it where it's got its own voice now, so I can just talk backwards and forwards to it. It's like,
I love that. I love that. Yeah.
Well, it's very good for like fleshing out an idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Back and forth talking.
Yeah. As long as you don't get into the debate about how many peas in pineapple. Have you played that game yet?
No.
Oh, no.
Ask ChatGPT.
R's and strawberries.
Yeah, R's and strawberry and peas in pineapple.
She gets it.
So she goes,
they're convinced there's 2 R's in strawberries.
Like, what ChatGPT is?
Yeah.
And raspberry and 2 peas in pineapple. So pineapple, it goes, one at the beginning, and then one at the end. It's like, hang on, what?
Sitting over here.
And it goes, right, you go, can you spell it? And it goes, PINEAPPLE. And I'm like, how many peas did you just count? 2? What?
But then you end up
Can you spell it out
angry
phonetically? And then they go, oh yeah, the 2 P's at the beginning, they fooled you. It's only 1. It's like, what?
It's like, how's this happen?
Honestly, if you want some entertainment,
they get really angry because if you say, no, there's 3 R's in strawberry, she's like, if that's what you want. No, I don't want that. That's what there is.
It does get stuff very wrong.
By the way, can I just point out that other than Dash sponsoring us, everyone's going to be going and asking ChatGPT, how many R's are in strawberry? Honestly, it will end up being such a debate you'll end up having with him in a minute. Anyway, do you know what? I think that's a great place to end.
Yeah,
I think we've just nailed it. Thank you ever so much, everyone, for listening. Harrison, Tom, thank you so much for coming in.
It's been brilliant.
And never mind this podcast. Thank you for what you're doing for your generation.
Well, thank you for having us on.
Thank you.
And coming on our podcast so early on. We really appreciate it.
Great stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Fun Side of Business podcasts, brought to you by Any IT for any of your IT requirements. Why not catch Nick and Jem on the Extra Slice, available to all our subscribers? Thanks for listening.